Happy Tuesday. Forgot I had my pistachios in my pocket. I got so many pockets. Good morning. It's 5:36 a.m. and I have a little over an hour left of my shift. So I'm on my break. I'm trying to think when I'm gonna go home and eat. Am I gonna eat some leftovers? Cause I have quite like about 3 or 4 different meals worth of leftovers. Or am I gonna stop by Chick-fil-A? Because the leftovers are technically dinner food, but I'll probably do leftovers. Good morning, happy Tuesday. Just on here eating a quick snack. Good morning, Deanna or Dina. Sorry, I think that's Dina. How are you? I feel like it feels colder out here. Um, I was just about to look actually, but I can't pull it up. That's good. Do I? I'm sorry. Do I know you? I feel like. Oh, I can find the weather. Hold on. It's 73 degrees. 73 degrees. No. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. You were talking like I did. I was like, oh, I don't remember. I'm not on here often. Like, I'm trying to be more consistent with coming live here. But yeah, the weather's nice. Where are you located? I'm in Florida. Good morning. So it's 73. It's a bit chilly just because I work in a hospital and it's probably 20 degrees in there. So it feels a little chilly. But overall, still nice, decent. I'm actually considering sleeping outside when I get home. Outside of my balcony, that is. Midwest, okay. I hope everybody's morning or wherever you're at. If it's night, whatever your time zone is, hope it's well. If it's morning, I hope your day goes well. I'm gonna get off and have me some breakfast or whatever I just decide to eat. Well, I hop in the shower first because I don't even sit down without hopping in the shower. Um, but do that, cook something to eat or heat up something rather, and then go to sleep. I'll probably come back live here today later on. I have a couple waist bead orders that I need to make. And then I also need to begin preparing for a festival that I'm going to be vending at in November 7. Yep, 7 o'clock. So I'm also going to organize my business space. I use my den as my business space from Brazil. Nice. What time is it there? So I'm going to do some organizing because there's a hot mess in there. Hello, how are you? Good morning. to everyone. Appreciate you guys saying hello. A lot of times people come into lives and they just sit there. And then I'll call them by name and they just sit there. And I'll call them again and they just sit there. And it's really weird. Very weird to me. But to each their own. But I appreciate you guys saying hello. And engaging. I'm Jay. Life of Jay is my channel. And excuse me, I'm trying not to talk with a mouthful of food. But I actually hit 1,000 subscribers this past Friday. So I'm very excited about that. This is just a lifestyle channel. I'll talk about a little bit of everything. I went live this morning and did the pipe cleaner curls in my hair. You'll see a lot of gardening stuff, a lot of travel stuff, a lot of food, because I'm a big foodie. You'll see some GLP-1 stuff at some point. I am back on a GLP-1. Actually, today will be my 5th dose. I'm actually increasing my dose to 0.5 today. So I'll do that before I go to sleep so that I don't know, we'll see. Because you're supposed to really be hydrated and make sure you have your protein and your fiber. One of the reasons I was eating the pistachios. So I'll increase my dose today, like I said, to 0.5, and I'll do that for 4 weeks, and then we'll increase from there. So you'll see a little bit of that. I'm trying to think. Just lifestyle stuff. That's all I can say. The things that I do on a day-to-day is real, raw, unedited. Also, I'm a nudist, a black nudist, black plus-size nudist to be exact. And so you'll see some, I'm not going to say nudist content, but, you know, whatever. Actually, I need to do quite a few more videos. I have a few videos that have done pretty well regarding my experience as a black nudist. And so, actually, I'll do a video soon. Somebody said I look like the type who smells the toilet and rolls my eyes back from sanctification. I guess it's supposed to be satisfaction. You trying to read somebody and you don't even know how to spell? Make it make sense. Thank you. I'm going to show you a message so people can see how amazing you are this morning. But I don't even know what that was supposed to be. What that's supposed to be in a read. I don't know. I live in a positive space, or at least I try to, so it might have just went over my head. But yeah, so a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Hello, good morning. How are you, Cap? If you see something you like, you know, hit the like button. If you see something you don't like, hit the dislike button like this. One thing about it is free to scroll. There's a lot of things that I see. I saw something today. A guy was, and I followed. I'm not saying I've interacted with him like once on TikTok, liked a couple of his videos. But today he used the B word in his videos. He referred to women as BITCHs. I'm not a fan of that, and so I blocked him. I didn't get on his page and say, "Oh, no, that's his audience." I just blocked him. I don't want to see him again. I don't want to. Yeah. So I wish people would exercise their rights to scroll, block. But anyway, I appreciate the one like that I got. Thank you so much. But just rambling on break. And the thing about YouTube that makes it so hard. But yeah. Anyway, today's gonna be a good day. Today's gonna be a productive day. Yesterday, Monday, I gave myself a couple of tasks to complete. I actually took like a hiatus from Facebook and a Facebook community that I'm a pretty big part of. And I had a few things that I wanted to accomplish by the time I went back, which will be October the 1st, which is tomorrow. So I finished the book tonight, actually, that I wanted to finish. Um, what else? I'm cleaning my space. Today I worked on like my desk area. I had a whole bunch of papers and I didn't get it 100% organized because I need to get new the little filing folder things. They're a little too short for the cabinet that I have. But I did sort through a lot of things. I have like 2 trash bags full of papers from like the shredder and stuff. So I did that today, make my desk look neat. And then, well, that was yesterday, sorry. Today I will go into my business area, which is my den, and I will organize in there. And I have 2 waste beads that I need to make for an order that I got last week, so I can ship those out tomorrow when I get off work. And then I'll make some waste beads to begin to prepare for a festival that I'm going to be vending at in November. So, yeah, I'm feeling really accomplished. I'm actually going to I have like a bookshelf, and I'm going to find me a new book to read. I'm going to try to keep up with that. I used to like to read until I went to grad school a second time. It kind of takes the joy out of the things that you enjoy when you have to do it, and there's so much reading. But I'm gonna try to pick back on that. So just want to develop some new healthy habits, especially as you're removing old, not so healthy habits. You need to replace them with healthy ones. So that's what I'm kind of focused on. I'm excited. I'm gonna start back reading my Bible. I actually want to get me a new Bible. The Bible that I use is actually the Bible of my deceased uncle. He, for many years, 30 plus years, battled with addiction, and he lost his battle, I want to say what is this year, 2025? Hey, it might have been 2021. I gotta look at that. Maybe 2022, but he lost his battle to addiction. And I had his Bible for years, like, because he would be, like I said, in and out of addiction. And I had his Bible, he has like some 4-leaf clovers in there, different little things, papers. So I'll probably still use that. But I really like the, what is the name of the version I'm thinking of? The Message version of the Bible. So I'll probably get me a new one of those, like a study one. So I'm excited about the things that are to come. I'm in the process of transitioning jobs. I'm currently working 3 jobs, 1 full-time and 2 PRN, and going to be transitioning into a new full-time job within the next month. And I'll keep my 2 PRNs just to pick up extra shifts to pay off some things. I have a goal to be debt-free by 2026. It's gonna be cutting it close, real close, real. It's not probably not gonna happen if I can be realistic with myself, but within the first quarter of 2026, provided that everything goes as planned, I will plan to be debt free by the first quarter. In February of this year, 2025, I filed for Chapter 7 bankruptcy, and I was discharged in May of this year. So that was the first step. And then now I'm in the waiting process for the student loan adversary discharge or process to have my student loans discharged. I have over 100K in student loans, and so the plan and the hope and the prayer is that those will be discharged by December. So when I go back to court, I'm hoping it is resolved outside of court prior to that date. But crossing my fingers, crossing my toes, crossing my arms, crossing everything. I'm very hopeful, very prayerful about that. That will be life-changing. It was life-changing to have the Chapter 7. Found myself in credit card debt. I would just say poor decision-making on my part. I can own that, and I had never really known about bankruptcy. Didn't know anybody personally at the time that had filed bankruptcy. One of my friends, kind of a new friend, she mentioned to me that she had in the past, and so gave me some information, gave me the information for the attorney she used at that time, contacted him. He quoted me, I think, $1,400, $1,600, $1,800, something like that. And if you are in debt, you can't really pay that, and they won't file until you pay that. So came across the concept of Upsolve on YouTube, TikTok, and did a lot of research, and decided to file pro se. So that's what I did in February. Like I said, I was discharged in May, about 90 days after that point. And then I filed my special proceeding complaint to request to have my student loans discharged. That was done in May, I believe, as well. Because it has to be done within 30 days of discharge, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I'm in the waiting period for that. And yeah, just sharing a little bit about me. I'm originally from North Carolina, currently live in Florida. Been here about a year and a half. I work currently in like healthcare, mental health, nonprofit sector.